Welcome back, RnR Talk, episode 6.
Yeah,
We're on episode 6 now. Game 6 is in the books against the Windy City ThunderBolts. We just wrapped up the series. We got Chad Rhoades, Craig Massey here. The first time Craig joining an RnR Talk here. So
we'll break in each the coaching staff one at a time.
RnRC. RnRC. I guess you could also be C. RC2, something like that.
RC squared.
RC squared. That works. That works for me. Either way, we're breaking down Game 6 against the Windy City ThunderBolts. The Y'alls take down the Thunderbolts 8-1 and win the series 2-1. We now are in Schaumburg, so we're in Schaumburg, Illinois. We're set to play the Boomers for 2 games coming up on Friday and Saturday. But we're here to talk about the series win against the Windy City ThunderBolts, a game that was very good for the Y'alls. An 8-1 victory. Saw good pitching, saw some good hitting, and saw some great situational plays that we can kind of break down here. But just start off, I say, the big part of the game was the pitching side. It worked exactly the way we wanted it to. Villalobos go as long as he can. Steckline comes in and throws 3. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Plan A, yeah. Plan A worked. And when Plan A works, everything starts rolling. So it kind of gets momentum for the team going into the next day, knowing we're a little bit more fresh and our bullets are locked and loaded in the back end. So Steckline was huge picking us up with those 3. He wanted it too. He needs more innings. He's going to get better as it goes. Me and Craig were talking about that earlier. He is going to get better. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some simple things. The way he goes about it's going to make things easier for him. I see him out there white knuckling the ball. You can probably see it on the mound. So right there, like, I've been just loosen up. But I think that's going to help. Some little things like that, getting more innings under his belt. So the ability that he did want to pick up the team and go 3, and that he was able to do it and get out of there pretty unscathed, giving up that one. What was that on? A little slap.
Steckline? Or Villalobos?
Step.
The one kid hit that.
First inning, yeah.
Yeah, that's
right. It was
right.
the double that was called back. That was the third.
With the walks.
Yeah, walk scored.
Yeah. Some little things. But
Figure roll.
Yeah, figure roll. He had some. Yes, not. I think we'll get a better read on next time. But Villalobos, no, it was on him. That was huge of him. And I thought it lined up. We talked about this last night too. I think it was a perfect matchup for him. The way he uses his fastball, especially at third place. And the way we've been pitching to him the past 2 days with riders with a lot of hard breaking balls. He's got a good command of his fastball. I thought he attacked well inside with their early action guys. We got early action outs. And he was able to have some single-digit pitch innings, which was allowed us to get him to the 6th, which he took and got out of it. TJ made a great play. Bases loaded, but Villalobos pitched out of traffic and big times when he needed to keep the momentum on our side, and he did a great job.
Yeah, and having the hitting coach here, but you were also playing in today's game, 10 putouts for Craig Massey at first base. How was it playing behind Villalobos today? And just the whole pitching staff as a whole. I mean, only 8 hits allowed, 1 run.
It was great. Quick work. I thought it was just a good all-around team win. Offense did their thing, pitching did their thing. Defense pretty clean. It was great.
Yeah, that's really good to see. You bring up the offense here, and it's actually shocking. So we bring in Craig Massey. This is the one time he's not lighting up the score sheet here. He enters as our top hitter, and he is the first time he's 0 for today. So tough day for you at the plate. What were you seeing?
Just one of them days, man.
Yeah.
But honestly, after the game, I was happy about it. Just knowing that I don't have to have my best day and we can still just light it up as an offense. I think it just shows how deep we are. It's good to see.
And you also get credit for us hitting well because you're also the hitting coach.
I guess. I don't swing for them.
100% no, but the approach is trickling in. I thought we had a good lesson after that game, which is a different level lesson. Mm-hmm. So I think everything came out good, but yeah, I think we both agreed to after the game. It's like, man, it was nice to see the boys help pick up the slack when it was needed. But no, the bats are rolling. I like the approach. I like the 2-strike approach we're doing. Keeping it simple, shooting the middle, and been banging it around. So it's been nice. And look at this background, man. It looks like a green screen.
And what about the shirt? I mean, your shirt's blended right in with it. What is this?
I got it at Plato's closet the other day.
Some flowers.
I ran inside, grabbed it and brought it outside. Had to have it for my wife to get this thing on the road. So yeah, I think you probably won't ever see this one again. But
That looks good. You rock it.
thanks.
You rock it. Let's talk about, we were getting the big hit today. Obviously, home run from TJ Reeves to start us off. Crushed. Still probably rolling in that parking lot.
Ball's hammered.
Deep left field. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And then also Zayd Richardson, a 2-run shot, same spot down the left field line. And then a couple doubles the other way. Hank Zeisler, Fuentes, Tim Borden had a big double. That was good to see from him. The big hit just coming up clutch day. And on the other side, not really coming up clutch for the Thunderbolts. They had 8 hits. They were just a hit beneath us. And they just kind of lacked that big hit there. So we've kind of been on both sides of that. We've had the big hit go for us. We've had the big hit not go for us. How do you kind of weather the storm on okay, hey, we need something big here versus, all right, we're getting these big hits. How do we keep going?
I think, to be honest with you, I think one of my best qualities is that I'm even keel. I think that my energy has to be balanced as well with the people I have around me. But I think what I put off is even keel, whether we are up 3, down 3, whatever. Hey, man, whether we're banging it around, getting those big knots when we're getting them when we need to be getting them or not, I'm going to be the same. And to me, that kind of keeps people on the professional level where it's like, hey, now I got a job to do. It's still a task. It's not emotional. I got a job to do. So to me, that's what I feel like I bring to that, to the table as far as on the way that my players that I want on the team, we build a whole team atmosphere around that thought. We're doing this for each other. And so I think that we've seen that trickle through, especially in those big innings where everybody's contributing, passing the stick, getting on base, the job's getting scoring position. We've seen that. Been very happy with it.
Yeah, it's very good. It was a very clean game offensively. Not really any of that trouble on the base pass. We saw Hank Zeisler get picked off, but I honestly, he had the stolen base on the foul ball before TJ Reeves. Yeah. Yeah,
the 2-2 had great jumps all over that dude. I wanted to go a little bit earlier, but when he went, I was like, oh, easy. And TJ, it was TJ, yeah.
Yeah, it was TJ.
Yeah, it was TJ. We both talked, and we don't want him. He's not going to take fastballs in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want him to. And so he was in that situation, saw a big jump. I think he fouled it off. He still wanted to put a good swing on it. And then Hank had a great read, that full count, and he just tried to jump him. The pitcher had a little bit of a hold, and got him. So I think full count situation, he could have waited until the lift, but I knew he was on it. He had him timed up so much. The pitcher finally held the ball. Yeah. Got him, but nasty.
And sometimes it looks like it could be a hit and run. Are you calling hit and runs? Have you called some during the season?
Yeah. I'm calling it. I'm calling all of you. I'm calling it all.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? No.
I didn't know if that was a hit and run there because it looked like it. Just Hank Zeisler with a good jump and then Reeves swings it.
A little secret. I'll give a secret to everybody. Man, I don't give you signs. We talk about situational baseball. We talk about the way we want to play. We're ingraining a philosophy into our players. That's why we're going to keep guys in the same spots in the lineups. They're there for a reason. We're going to keep talking about our approach. We're going to keep talking about two-strike hitting because there's a philosophy behind it. And if we're thinking about that, if we're thinking about how to play the team game, how to move the runners over, we're always looking for those situations. I don't need to be dictating and telling grown men how to do it by me pushing buttons. Does not mean that I'm not going to be giving some signs. Does not mean that I'm going to be reiterating some situational stuff as we get going. But right now, I need to know that you understand that we are learning how to play baseball. Yeah. And so I want guys to go aggressive, and I want to be able to teach those mistakes because if I teach one guy a mistake, I'm teaching the whole team that mistake. And so what that's going to do is going to turn into that happening less for everybody else just by watching and learning. So they don't have to all individually go through that lesson. It's like, just watch, baby. Like, learn. This is baseball. Pay attention to this. And I think paying attention to the details is what's going to make us better in the long run against a lot of teams we're playing.
That's good. That's an interesting tidbit that I did not know about. So I really like that approach. Obviously, it's a professional baseball here. So he does have some signs, and he is ready to give them. That's all I have to say on this game. Do you guys have anything on this game before we focus on Schaumburg? Anything else you wanted to add?
I thought those, you're talking about those big hits, I thought it really got ignited with TJs.
Mm-hmm.
The ball was annihilated. It got off the bat. The ball jumps off the bat. I thought that was what sparked. And then everybody's like, what's kind of blowing out the left today?
Yeah.
Hey, let's try some gas. It was nice. They put a good swing on that. Got down.
And we're, I don't know if you know this, we're outscoring opponents 14-0 in the first inning, and then we're +3 in the second inning, so that did add to it as well. And then the fourth and fifth inning, which we added on 3 as well, absolutely killing it. We're +5 and +3 respectively there. So kind of dominating all the way around. I think third inning we might be even keel, but I'd have to check back on that. So dominating offense, dominating pitching today. Really good to see. Like we said, Plan A. It was a thin bullpen. Villalobos had the ball until he couldn't. Went 90 pitches, 6 shutout innings, 7 strikeouts. It's the longest for a pitcher this season. That's the most strikeouts we've seen for a pitcher this season. So very good job. And then Steckline coming in, 3 innings pitch. I guess, did you always see him going 3, or I saw Kleiman was Mormon?
Kleiman was going to be more save up if it was close, more if necessary, kind of not an emergency arm today, like if necessary arm today. And the way Steckline, we thought he was feeling, the way pitches were coming out, he was getting back into counts when he needed to get back in counts. So we left it up to him a little bit right there. So when he come off the field, one of those you'll see me come out, ask the guy how he is. I want to know. I want to see the look in his eye, and then he wanted it. Like, oh, okay, let's go get it. So we had Kent just still stirring around just in case something happened, because his bullets were up around 40, 43-ish going out there. But he did a great job. Got that quick out, and over from there.
Yeah, you guys had a good play together. I know he was rushing over on the PFP. You guys were able to. You have good communication on that.
Yeah, we had worked on a whole ton just early in the season, but he did a good job handling it. I threw it a little bit behind him. He hung with it, and he's made another amazing play on a pop-up thing.
My gosh.
Shocked everybody.
Yep.
I said, hey, you get this one pass because you're 2 ways five, bro. I was like, well, you're getting out of there first off, and if you are going for it, you better call it. Like, come on.
Yeah. I was shocked at that too. I know that I thought it was going to be another collision. Sergio ends up on the ground, and I'm like, oh man, that was a close one. But So I mean, that just shows the fire in him, and he ends up getting a save for it because he worked 3 innings back.
Save. Love it.
Very nice. Very nice. So Steckline gets himself in the books there. Let's talk about Schaumburg. Obviously, that's coming up. Craig, this is going to be the first time we're playing on dirt this season. Tell me a little bit more about the Schaumburg field.
It's a fun place to play. A good atmosphere. Feels like playoff baseball. You know, Schaumburg's a quality team. They're going to bring it. It's going to be fun. Fun series.
It's a battle for first place. So, I mean, they entered today at 5-1. I believe they play today as well. So that could change. We're going to enter 4-2 either way. They're right above us in the division there. So I'm sure the mentality doesn't change. But for you, I know you're going to want to go attack a 2-game series. Any tips that you're bringing to your team, going in?
Ooh, a secret.
Secret. Okay, sorry.
Keep secret.
Confidential.
We got a different little lineup and look tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that. We'll talk about it next morning.
Alrighty. Tell me about who's pitching.
Joe Kimlich. This is a good matchup. It's a good matchup. Cole Cook versus Joe Kimlich. I think stuff-wise, I think Joe edges him in stuff. I think pitchability-wise and experience, Cole Cook kind of has that. But this is a completely different lineup than last year. We've had a lot of guys that have seen some at-bats off of him and kind of know his plan of attack. But he's crafty. But he's been pitcher of the year a couple times. So I like the arm. I like watching him pitch.
Yeah.
He's like one of those. I like watching him pitch. It's like, but it's a good matchup. Joe Kimlich is nasty. He's going to be really tough on their lefties, and he's fun to watch. He's got some good stuff. So we got him. We got a full locked and loaded bullpen, and it's be fun getting back on the dirt, man. It is. It's a good atmosphere there. It's loud. They're in a game, And we play night.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Finally back at night. That's a 6:30 Central start, 7:30 Eastern. So, going to be under the lights, although we were under the lights at one point today at noon on Wednesday. So, very interesting. We'll be back on the dirt against Schaumburg. It's a battle for first place. 5-1 Schaumburg taking on the 4-2 Florence Yalls. Joe Kemwich on the mound against Cole Cook for the Schaumburg Boomers. He was the pitcher of the year for the Slammers.
Yeah.
That was was that a trade?
And they got DePretta Johnson at short. You're gonna have a shortstop battle here. This will be the two best shortstops in the league's going out.
Interesting. Interesting.
Pick it.
Yeah.
Oh, Schaumburg can pick it. DePretta Johnson can pick it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun defensive game.
I'm excited to see it. So we'll have the recap of that probably Saturday morning, unless we get finished in time, maybe. Friday night. But either way, thank you for joining us. Episode 6, RnR Talk. Craig, thanks for coming on here. And we will see you guys tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. on Flow Sports. Take care.